In the busy streets of Chicago, lived a man who had everything the world could offer. His name was Alexander Reed. At 45 years old, Alexander was a self-made billionaire. He owned a chain of luxury hotels, tech startups, and multiple real estate empires, private jets, fleet of supercars, a mansion with 15 bedrooms, and a life most people could only dream of. But success had cost him dearly. His wife had left him 2 years ago, taking their only daughter with her. She said he loved money more than family. Alexander buried himself in work, ignoring the emptiness growing inside him. One stormy night, everything changed forever. It was raining heavily. Thunder roared across the sky. Alexander was driving his black Mercedes S-Class at high speed, returning from a late business meeting. He was on a phone call, arguing with his business partner. His eyes were off the road for just a few seconds. Suddenly, a truck appeared out of nowhere. Alexander swerved hard. The car spun out of control. It crashed violently into a roadside pole. Glass shattered everywhere. Smoke rose from the engine. Alexander was trapped inside. Blood was flowing from his head. He could smell gasoline. The car was about to catch fire. He tried to move, but his leg was stuck. Pain shot through his body. In that moment, he saw his life flashing before his eyes. He thought of his daughter. He regretted all the missed birthdays, all the times he chose work over family. He whispered weakly, "God, please, not like this." Cars were passing by on the highway. No one stopped. The rain was too heavy. Everyone was in a hurry. But then, one man appeared. Marcus was 48 years old. He had been living on the streets for the last 6 years. Once a decorated Army veteran, he lost everything after returning from war. PTSD took his job, then his marriage, then his home. Now he lived under a bridge nearby, with only a torn sleeping bag and a small backpack. Every night he helped whoever he could. He never asked for anything in return. That stormy night, Marcus was walking to find shelter when he saw the crash. Without thinking twice, he ran towards the burning car. Rain was pouring heavily on his face. He reached the wrecked Mercedes. He saw Alexander trapped and bleeding. Marcus shouted, "Hold on, brother. I'm getting you out." He smashed the remaining glass with his bare hands. He ignored the cuts on his arms. He pulled with all his strength. The car door was jammed. Flames started rising from the engine. Marcus didn't stop. He kept pulling. Finally, with one powerful effort, he dragged Alexander out of the car just seconds before it exploded. The blast threw both men to the ground. Alexander was barely conscious. He looked at Marcus through blurred vision. A homeless man, wet, dirty, bleeding from his hands, had just saved his life. Marcus held him and said softly, "You're safe now, brother. Help is coming." He took off his only warm jacket and covered Alexander to protect him from the cold rain. Sirens were heard in the distance. Alexander woke up in a private hospital room 2 days later. His body was in pain, but he was alive. The doctors told him how close he was to death. They also told him about the homeless man who saved him. Alexander asked to meet Marcus. When Marcus entered the room, he looked uncomfortable in the clean hospital environment. He was still wearing his torn clothes. Alexander looked at him with tears in his eyes and said, "You saved my life. Why did you risk everything for a stranger?" Marcus smiled gently and replied, "Because I know what it feels like to be forgotten. I've been on the other side. No one deserves to die alone." Alexander was speechless. He learned Marcus's full story. How he served his country for 15 years. How he lost his wife and son due to his trauma. How he now lived under the bridge, yet still helped other homeless people. With whatever little he had, something inside Alexander broke. For the first time in years, he saw the true value of life. After recovering, Alexander didn't just say thank you. He did something extraordinary. He bought a beautiful 3-bedroom house in a good neighborhood and put it in Marcus's name. He paid for full renovation, new furniture, everything. But he didn't stop there. He created a trust fund of $5 million for Marcus. The money would generate monthly income for the rest of his life. He also arranged the best medical treatment for Marcus's PTSD. And most importantly, he helped Marcus reconnect with his estranged son. Emotional peak. When Alexander took Marcus to see his new home, Marcus stood at the door crying like a child. He said, "I never thought someone would care this much." Alexander hugged him and replied, "You gave me my life back. This is nothing compared to what you did. From today, you are my brother." 1 year later, Marcus Thompson was no longer homeless. He had reunited with his son. He started a small foundation to help veterans and homeless people. Alexander changed too. He reduced his work. He started spending time with his daughter. He became more kind and generous. Every month, both men meet at the same bridge where Marcus once lived. They drink coffee together and remember that stormy night. Alexander often says, "One man who had nothing gave me everything, while I, who had everything, almost lost it all." The power of one selfless act can change 2 lives forever. Long pause. Hopeful music rises. If you ever think one person can't make a difference, remember Marcus. Remember that even the smallest act of courage and kindness can create miracles. Never drive past someone in need. You never know. You might be saving an angel in disguise.